And we're back with Harrowings Live. It's your host, Hal Gill. And yeah, this is the passing show on Euclid Street, Northwest, crossing, I don't know, what are we crossing? Ontario. And I've got a range of different directions I could go in. Bring the rest of these flag. Just have to watch my step a little bit. Somebody's got a tremendous pokeberry, I think. That's what that is. I know. And a lot of people on electric scooters running on the sidewalks. Kind of dangerous. Also out on the road, obviously, as I nearly got run down by one a minute ago. Now, that's a pokeberry. I don't know what that other thing was. No. That would have really This one's under contract. Sweet smell of marijuana is on the air just about all the time. Pretty little moonflowers. Huh. That smells pretty heavy on the air here. Keep on walking. Got a good sized bag on my hip. Pick up the groceries, carry them back. It's only about 7 blocks from house, but I'm going a long way around, being up on Euclid Street at the moment. Finding my ankle is feeling a little worse for the wear. Well, we're catching up on the steps. I like to get a 70,000 a week, and I was down to 90%. I went to pick up the wife. We've been on a fairly long walk, and that was captured already on Harrowings Live. Who else we got here today? On Susan LaPointe, Origin has joined, Lost Fives 100, Michelle, Ruby, Shashank, Davulura, David Gross. Good to have you all with me. I always enjoy taking in the passing show. You never know who you might see here in Washington, D.C. I know what it is. For me, it's just watching peaceful evolution of people's lives unfolding. Little bits of their biography are soaked up into the lens. Pick up a lot of metadata about the vehicles parked along the street. Sure, you could do a license plate reader app on this and find out lots of information. That's one thing about the interconnected data sets. Remember, the International Semantic Web Conference of 2008? Yes, that's right. I was in Northern Virginia. I attended most of the sessions. I was soaking up the knowledge to the best of my ability, getting an awareness of projects that were out there, finding myself associating with the movers and shakers, and just generally connecting. Got to shake hands with Tim Berners-Lee, and amazing, that guy was the one who gave us HTML. The World Wide Web is his baby. You attend occasionally evidence that the Folger Shakespeare Library is a member of the Renaissance circles, and That includes Vince Cerf, who developed TCP/IP protocol for the internet. So, these guys are still among us. It's just amazing to be able to. It's like meeting Gutenberg back in the days of the printing press. Suddenly, anybody could say anything about anything to anyone, anywhere. Nobody could really control it. Decentralized, or so it seemed. Somehow or another, we sort of lost the thread a bit on that freedom that I think all of us really want in our lives, to be able to say anything to anyone, anytime, anywhere, anyhow, without any restrictions, really, aside from good taste. Hopefully, people will want to share information and not simply attack one another. Although attacking other people seems to be something that our species is really good at. Trading different commodities with one another, trying to get more than the other guy has. That's been a big part of it as well. Street. I try to go up into the park here. I think that might be pleasant. I like to make this thing talk to me. Looks like it's going to change for me. I still have to wait. I can see the Washington Monument in the distance. It's a jet coming into National or leaving behind it. See the Jefferson Memorial straight down and the White House in between. So we're crossing 16th Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C., into Euclid Park. Winding our way a little bit. A jogger coming up behind. I'll walk off to the side a bit. Pick an acorn. That acorn is not someplace it wouldn't have been if I hadn't passed along here. At this particular point in history, let's get up in the park and see some people. See what they're up to. Is this pleasant? So for all the talk about DC being rife with National Guard, I'm not seeing any here in Meridian Hill Park. So down and down to the monument to Joan of Arc. Lots of folks enjoying the evening in the park here. Folks doing some stretching. A yoga class, perhaps. People talking amongst themselves. Golden Retriever and Yellow Lab. Not that I'm the reason we're getting sued, but I definitely had. No. Oh, God. Okay. Don't answer problem. Yeah, they go walk all the way down in the park. Nothing feel. That's what I mean. There's got another one joining. Yevgeny Kovalenko has joined Washington, D.C. here, Meridian Hill Park, coming up on the monument to Joan of Arc. Sword drawn. The world these kids are going to see. Hey. Got some soccer going on. Control that ball. I see. I was thinking things were running the other way around. Nope. Denied. Joan of Arc. A little closer view. I need to head in this direction anyway. Jeanne d'Arc. Liberatrice. 1412 to 1431. Didn't even make it to 20. Till they burned her at the stake. What a pity. Something to think about. Messengers. Yep. I've been through it. I wrote probably more than I should have. But you know what? You can hold it against me. It's the truth. Oh, Mahonia. Grog and profusion along the edges here. Pretty dense. You can hear the cicadas above. So Meridian Hill Park. Long set of steps coming down. There's a monument to Buchanan down here at the bottom. Most people don't think much about James Buchanan, predecessor to Abraham Lincoln at the White House. But he was our president for a time. We've got a monument to Dante to take in first. There he is. Yep. The Divine Commedia. That is Dante's major contribution to literature. The Divine Comedy. There he stands. All right. Behind it, a number of converted townhouses, nice toppings to them. And yeah, we're going to keep on down the hill, heading for Trader Joe's on U Street. Oh, on 14th Street, actually. Near you. Near me. And I got to pick up a few things. Len should text me what we need. Got a little over 50% power, so that's good. There's a monument to Buchanan. And we're almost out of the neighborhood here. Pokeberries growing in profusion. Other plantings. Not sure what everything is. Is that a ligustrum? Looks a little like one. Very droopy. Heat's gotten to it, I guess. Lots of steps down. And a little further. So yeah, the passing show is just a little raw journalism. Who, what, when, and where at any particular point in time. The way I see it. Got a little bit of sunbeams coming up. Sunset to look at after we turn away from Buchanan, but there's Buchanan. Pennsylvania, President of the United States, from 1857 to 1861. The incorruptible statesman whose walk was upon the mountain ranges of the law. So it says. You see the sunbeams coming up and the sun setting in the west. I think we'll go down the center part here. Seems a good way. I got another monument to look at as well. Sort of a sphere set up in bronze. It's a sundial of sorts. Sun's not high enough to make it work, but looks like it might be. It's got new Roman numerals around the edges. It should tell you the time from 5 through. It's also got the zodiac. That's nice. A label. To 7. Various Pisces, Aries. Yeah. Very lovely. No real monument to it, no real inscription, but very pleasant thing. A little cherub in the middle. Winged figure. Okay. Down and out. Got a black squirrel sitting up, checking me out. Watch him warily. He's not sure. He's not taking any chances. I wouldn't either. Anyway, the passing show. Who, what, when, and where? Washington, D.C. Somebody smashed a Washington Nationals dish or something like it. You can see that the W. Shards of that will be remaining for our future archaeologists. Somebody can come around and pick it up. A lot of shards of it. Somebody just drop it. I don't know. Down the steps. And back out onto 15th Street. I need to be at 14th. Now south of you. And I got a downhill stretch to go. What street am I at now? I forget. W, perhaps. No. Don't see any street signs. There it is. Yes, I'm at W. Street Northwest and 15th. So U and 14th, and then just a little bit south of that to 14th. Then back along S, and we'll have done. Might go longer, might go shorter. It's hard to tell. Got the hand. Or I should say, a little walking man's hand. Think to myself, on all the places I've been, many different places, many different locations. This being just one more of them. Metropolitan Police patrolling. So we'll get it in a second. There's my walk sign. Across New Hampshire Avenue. That's the line. That's all I can also cross over here. That's good.
I'm still like doing stuff, but it's like that.
Little tangle of crossings. So I hit that pretty good. 2123, 15th Street. You can see the Washington Monument through the trees here. Just break out a little bit there. Yeah, it's pretty visible. Probably hard to resolve on this lens without zooming in. I don't think there's really a zoom feature on this camera setting. See a jet climbing up out of National over yonder. And a lot of us on the street walking. Old church building. Probably 19th century. Possibly. I don't know. Actually, he's got an historical marker we should check out. Petunias. Beautiful petunias. This is St. Augustine Catholic Church and School. Welcome to our church home. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Here's the data. It says the St. Augustine Roman Catholic Church began in 1858 when African American congregants of the segregated St. Matthew's Church departed to organize their own free day school. Group raised funds, even holding an event at the White House lawn, and eventually constructed a school chapel at 15th north of L Street. Opened in 1866, the Blessed Martin de Porres School and Chapel soon became the center of a separate black parish, St. Augustine's. And in 1961, the church merged with predominantly white St. Paul's from this corner, the Lawrence St. Paul and Augustine's Church. 21 years later, the church was renamed St. Augustine's, 15th and L. Nice. Did not tell me exactly when this church building was built. I do think 19th century was accurate. Got 32 seconds to cross. On this little Audi, a little banged up there. Flashing lights. Feast. Berkshire 75 Bespoke Living. On the other side, a number of townhouses. A crescent moon graces the sky to the west, facing the sunset. Remarkable that we put people up there. I really don't think it's necessary to put any people up there again. And the reason being that it's so costly to put us up there, very risky human life. And as a result, we can use robotics to do it. We can inhabit our robots if we really feel like we need that presence, virtual presence, much safer. If anything happens to the robot, we can always build new ones. Anyway, that's my theory and where I'm going with my predictions for the future and my encouragement to everyone to get with it and realize it. Being told I ought to write science fiction. I don't think this is necessarily fiction. I think we need to make science reality out of it all. We've got the tech. We've got the ability to network data together. So I was mentioning it's in a national semantic web conference. That was really the focus, is give us your data. I haven't got onto the blockchain yet, but blockchain, a lot of these technologies, though energy intensive, they could be optimal. So I'm pretty sure that the amount of energy we're planning on spending on the things humans are building could be optimized by AI to be much more efficient and effective. Miniaturization down to the absolute minimum be also very helpful. Think nanobots. I think Making sure that there's an ethical framework that is unbreakable, steering all of it to do no harm. And defining what harm is, of course, is an ethic issue, but definitely killing somebody is harm. And they need those ethical bots to be in active condition sooner rather than later. Human race has suffered enough at its own hand. It's proven itself pretty much unable to police itself effectively. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to have national guard troops hanging around. So, some thoughts off the top. I keep having conversations with you all about it. Monologues for the most part in this case, but you're welcome to say something and I can respond to it. I don't know. I just know how things seem to me and I could be wrong. So I keep myself in that space. I constantly take in the passing show, taking in more data through my eyeballs, processing it with the apparatus inside my head, while also taking that data and throwing it out here into this movie and so it can hit your heads, but also so that it can just be part of the overall data set that our AIs can go and hack into and talk to. In fact, this will do an automatic transcript, not a perfect one, but a transcript nonetheless, is a bonus. Get it in written words without even trying. I know there's a book in it somewhere. I don't know. I just know how things seem to be. Every cent spent is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating. So that's one thing I'm doing here. Not spending on second pizza. 90 cents. Right now. A credit card only. And depending on the credit card I use, I only pay like 99 to 97 cents on the day. It's a nice system. You deal with that. What else is new? What else is happening? What do you see? On 14th Street, that's my turn. Almost missed it. Almost went walking on, which I tend to do. Upsize Friday, a smoothie game. Delicious, craveable without the regret. Realize anything. Anything. You talk to Michael Zakaria, Riley Hudson, Erica Daltonsaria, COBRE.com. It's Jenny's Ice Cream across the way. And what else? What else indeed? Left foot in front of right foot. Cradle to grave. I don't know about grave to cradle, but cradle to grave. Everybody's making their way. Dawn to dusk, just about dusk. Jet airliner going over at fairly high altitude, medium, I'd say. Probably leaving DC. No, not DC. Probably leaving IAD. But I don't know. That altitude's hard to tell. It's gone now behind the building. I can see it a little bit now.
When I'm
Oops.
hydrated and I'm
And this is my entrance. So we're going into Trader Joe's. Gonna pick up a few things. Gonna get me a little basket. I don't need the huge one. For what I'm buying. Some more bananas. Let's bought some bananas. On things. Yeah. That's look good. Buying big again. Oh. Oh, green.
I'm not. I'll call her like in a 20%. What kind of pussy? No, I think I should also blame it. Yeah, it's classic.
I'm here for a reason. For a reason. Yeah. I'm here for a reason. Come on, Rose. I want to touch him, Minnie. Dreamer, twist. That's captured to German. This is expensive. Sour juices I got. I'm blind. Ready. Soon to wrap the passing show pretty soon. Since I got pretty bitches. Boom. Really bitches. Could that be true? Ouch. See that down, you come down here. Oh, darn. Well, let's park on the end here for a second. And we'll cut this and do some more scanning. Thanks for joining if you have. And wrap it up.